Hello and a big warm welcome. I'm your host, Sharan Sammi, your manifesting abundance mentor, intuitive energy healer, natural psychic medium, and sidereal Eastern astrologist. And I'm here today to take you through full moon magic, manifesting your dreams, and letting go masterclass. And I'm super excited today because right now, in this moment today, if you're listening, hopefully on this Friday, we are going through the full moon lunar eclipse. And this is when the moon passes through the Earth's shadow, causing it to appear bloodish and quite a reddish kind of color, which is why we get the name the blood moon. And the lunar eclipse happens when the Earth aligns between the sun and the moon, causing a shadow in the moon. Now, according to sidereal astrology, which is what I'm trained in, which is a 13 zodiac sign Eastern astrology, the star sign that the full moon is in right now is Virgo. Now, you may hear across social media, it's different according to the more Western tropical astrology, but I'm just going to give you a quick insight into the main differences, okay? Now, Western tropical astrology is based on over 2,000 years ago, where they looked at the sky map at that particular time using seasons and taking a calculated average of where they felt the 12 zodiac signs would be between 28 and 31 days. However, okay, hashtag truth bomb. The only change is constant, which means nothing stays the same. And that applies to the constellations as well. So over 74 years, so every 74 years, the constellation actually moves by 1 degree. Now, you may feel, oh, well, that's not a big difference. But over 2,000 years, that's made a fundamental difference of between 22 and 24 degrees, which means the zodiac sign that you may think you are could be completely out by up to 24 degrees, which means when I've personally worked with various clients across the board globally, they come to me and they say, oh, I am this particular star sign. And when I run their chart, according to sidereal real-time astrology, it's actually a different star sign. And the zodiac signs as well, they don't use a calculated average between 28 and 31 days. Some of the zodiac signs are smaller, between 2 weeks. Some of them are larger, in particular Virgo, which is round about between 5 and 6 weeks. And there's also the 13th zodiac sign, which is called Ophiuchus. And I'll come on to that in a moment. But touching on where we are right now in terms of the full moon in Virgo, it's a real key time and it's a significant time right now, especially to give attention to detail. If you've got various projects, various plans that you've got on the go at the moment, it's all about ensuring you are giving the detail. You are actually having that clarity and that focus towards the plans that you're making, okay? So just notice with any projects at the moment that you're working on, making sure you've got that analytical view, you've got that attention to detail. You're not taking any shortcuts, you're making sure you've got the focus there and making sure everything is being done concisely and precisely. The next area is all about focusing on your health. Now, when I say health, I don't just mean your physical health, although that is really important as well, because the Virgo full moon really focuses on our health and also our wellness. So it's all about our self-care, but also nourishing our mind, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically. So making sure you spend time out to get adequate rest, making sure you're eating nutritional foods, you're balancing your diet, making sure you're getting enough water, enough sleep. And this is really, really super important because it's holistically looking at your health in all different areas, not just your physical capacity, but it's looking in terms of your mental, your mind. And we're going to talk about that throughout this session as well, about the full moon and what it actually means in terms of letting go. So make sure you stay tuned because I've got all that coming up. Now, it's also a great time as well to evaluate your current situations and where you've come from, which we're going to talk about in a moment as well. But really looking at your situations right now. Are they making you happy? Are they making you not so happy? Do you feel you need to change your certain, situations that you're in at the moment? So it's really just assessing from that bird's eye view, what is going on right now in your life? And it's not just in one area. So, for example, your work, it's looking holistically at all different areas of your life, from your work, your business, your finances, your relationship with yourself, your family, your significant other, your health, your wellness, your personal development, in fact. So it's holistically looking at all areas of your life. Also, organization and planning. So really using this Virgo practical energy. And one thing that you could do right now, and this is probably not just the full moon, okay, but just for any time, okay, declutter. Because decluttering is going to help you on all levels, okay? Mentally, just getting rid of all of those, those thoughts that just aren't serving you. Emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So just as an example, you can look at where your actual work environment is right now, your office space, your workspace, and just look, have you got clutter? Have you got, at the side, have you got like a whole pile of papers, which you're just getting out of control? So this is a really great time at the moment to really declutter. And even, for example, looking at your technology, okay, looking at your laptop, looking even at your phone, looking at the apps that you have, your pictures. I mean, I'm one of those that I take pictures all the time. Okay, I've got 2 beautiful earth angels and I just love taking pictures. So, looking through your phone, looking through your images, are there things that you need to delete? Have you got duplicate images? Because I know I have. Have you got apps where you haven't actually used them for quite a while? So this is just about decluttering that physical space, because when you do this, you will feel a lot better. You'll feel a lot more clearer, more clarity. You'll have that fresher, renewed energy come in, and it just uplifts your whole vitality and just that whole feel good factor. So it's a really good time to do now, but also going forward, even like on a weekly basis, just scheduling time to declutter. So it's a really good time to do that. Okay, letting go. Right now at the full moon, and this is not just today's full moon, so this is ongoing as well. So you can watch this masterclass ongoing at various full moons in the future, because letting go is one of the significant things to do with the full moon, which I'm going to come on to, but it's also about moving ahead, because it's identifying what is actually stopping you right now and then overcoming that. And I'm going to give you some tools and techniques to do that so shortly, but then you can then practically move ahead. And right now with this Virgo energy, it's really amplifying that right now. And then also setting new goals. Okay, setting new goals, because we want to manifest those things. So a real good thing that you could do is literally just identify, what are the things that you're working towards right now and also going forward throughout the year. So I would encourage you, if you haven't already, get yourself a pen and paper, because shortly I'm going to go through a few techniques for you where we can really dive into letting go and also setting new intentions using this amplified full moon. Now, I do appreciate we are all unique. And the position of the moon in your personal date of birth chart can reveal deeper insights into your nature. So right now we've got the full moon in Virgo, but if we look categorically at your individual date of birth chart, where is your moon positioned and in what zodiac sign is that actually sitting in? So I'm going to give you now just some clearer insights into looking at your personalized date of birth chart and looking at where the moon is positioned. So if in your chart, the moon is positioned in Aries, this actually means that you are passionate, very impulsive, and enthusiastic about life and the things that you do. And you may act on your feelings very quickly. So you may need to just spend a little bit of time out just to practice patience. If you've got your moon in Taurus, you could be seen as very stable, sensual, and pleasure-seeking. Taurus is a very earthly sign, and you have a strong attachment to material comforts, and you also seek security and stability in relationships. Now, if your moon is in Gemini, you could be of a curious nature, love to be very communicative, but also adaptable. Your emotions can fluctuate, so quite high and then low, but you also like to express your emotions through the power of conversation and also social interactions. Now, if your moon sign is in Cancer, you are more of a nurturing character, can be quite sensitive, can also be quite protective. And you often prioritize your family and also your home life, experiencing emotions deeply, but sometimes can get a little bit defensive. So just recognize at the moment if these traits are yours in that particular star sign of where your moon is in your birth chart. And if you don't know where your moon is in your birth chart, feel free to contact me literally directly and I can run your chart according to sidereal astrology and give you that information. Now, if your moon is positioned in Leo, you would be more of a confident, very expressive, very dramatic character. You crave recognition and approval, often displaying loyalty to loved ones and warmth in relationships. Now, if your moon is in Virgo, you are more of a practical character, very analytical, which is where the full moon is right now. Okay, so you're probably going to be feeling the intensity of the energy of the full moon even more so. So very detail orientated as well. Now, individuals may approach your emotions with more of a critical eye, often seeking to help and improve situations for yourself, but also for others. So very practical, very grounded energy there. Now, if your moon is positioned in Libra, you tend to be more of a diplomatic character, social, peace seeking, wanting no conflicts, like to have a resolution. You value harmony in relationships, but also may avoid confrontation, really striving for balance in your emotional experiences. If you've got Scorpio, so if the moon is in Scorpio, you're a very intense character, can be very passionate, may be quite secretive as well, can be very impulsive as well, and you feel emotions deeply, often going through transformational experiences, but you may guard your feelings and emotions, so bringing out that secretive nature. Now, the next one is Ophiuchus, which is actually the 13th zodiac sign according to Sidereal Astrologist. Now, Ophiuchus is all about the healing and the transformation. So you're often seen as a healer or a seeker of the truth, and often characterized by your transformative qualities. And you've also maybe got a deeper desire for really understanding the true nature of things. And you tend to be intuitive, sometimes feeling the emotional intensity and having gained full spiritual insight. And then moving on, if the moon is positioned in Sagittarius in your date of birth chart, then you're very optimistic, can be quite playful, adventurous, and very free-spirited. And you may feel driven by your ideals, but also enjoy experiencing new experiences and new adventures. Sometimes, though, avoiding emotional heaviness and burden. And then we come on to Capricorn. So with Capricorn, very disciplined in nature, very responsible and pragmatic, very, very practical. And you often approach emotions with control and can be serious in how you express yourself to others. And you also express a lot of care to others as well. And then if your moon sign is in Aquarius, you tend to be more of an independent character, can be quite unconventional. Okay, so you don't follow the norm and follow what everybody else is doing. And you've got a very intellectual drive. You like to do things differently. You're like a pioneer, like a leader, but you may struggle with expressing your emotions in the traditional form in terms of communicating your emotions and allowing yourself to feel the emotions. And you may prefer connecting through ideas and also ideals in life. And then finally, if you are Pisces, so your moon sign is in Pisces, you tend to be more compassionate, very imaginative and sensitive. You often experience emotions with care, showing empathy towards others, while also needing to perhaps establish emotional boundaries so that you don't start to take on other people's feelings and emotions as your own. So these are just snippets into how the moon can actually affect you personally, depending upon where the moon is positioned in your date of birth chart. Now, if you're not sure where your moon sign is in your personalized date of birth chart, you are welcome to contact me. So you can just email me and I can run your chart and let you have that information. So I hope you found those insights very, very informative. But now what I want to do is I want to really focus on the emphasis of the full moon. What does it mean and how you can really tap into that full moon magic to manifest and also to let go. So the full moon, not just today's full moon, but this is all collective full moons, okay? And we tend to have round about 13 full moons in a year, according to sidereal astrology. So the first thing with a full moon is it symbolizes completion, which tends to be looking at where we had the last new moon of when we probably set intentions and new goals. This is a time at full moon to actually see the realization of those goals actually turning into a reality. So it actually invites us right now to reflect upon what we have achieved and what we've accomplished and what we can really feel proud of. So it really encourages us to really celebrate our successes. So right now in this moment, if you've got a pen and paper, what I encourage you to do is just write down perhaps 5 things that you've completed so far this year. Over the last coming weeks, the months, the year, just write down just 5 things that you can feel proud of that you completed. It could have been a project that's from start, it's actually come to a completion. It could be something that you needed to get done around your home or with your family, and you finally got that done. So I just want you to just take a moment or two now to just get your pen and paper and just to write down 5 things that you've completed that you can feel really proud of. And you can pause this if you want to and definitely then come back, but definitely spend the time to write that down. And the reason I wanted you to write down the completions and in particular to really acknowledge what you could be proud, what you should be proud of, what you've achieved, your successes, is because what happens is when you actually take note of your successes, it raises your vibration, your energetic vibration. And when you do that, what happens then is you tend to then feel good. You feel better about yourself. And it also then impacts your happy hormones, your brain chemicals, your serotonin, your oxytocin, your noradrenaline. And what that means is when you uplift your energetic vibration, you are then resonating at a higher level, which means you will then start to attract the events, the situations, the circumstances, even the people that are in the exact same vibrational resonance as you. So it really helps you to really identify what are the things that you have completed right now in this moment. And then taking that a step further, just being grateful, having that attitude of gratitude. I'm so happy and grateful that this has happened, and just really feeling into that appreciation and that gratitude, because again, that's going to uplift your energy. The next area at full moon, okay, is the power of releasing. And because the moon energy and the moon power is very intense right now, this is a great time for us to release. And this is all about letting go of what no longer serves us, our emotional burdens, our limiting beliefs, all of the unhealthy patterns that no longer serve us. And it's about really acknowledging and then letting it go. So to help you here, I want you again to get your notebook, your pen and paper, and I want you to go through this releasing exercise. And I simply want you to journal and ask this question: what do I need to let go of to move forward in my life? So what do I need to let go of to move forward in my life? And here, I want you to just focus on, like, if there's any negative emotions that come up for you, any limiting beliefs, any situations that you feel might be holding you back. And how has that impacted you? And what would it feel like if you released that? So I want you to just take some time now and just focus on, what do I need to let go of to move forward in my life? And if you need to pause this recording, please do, and just spend some time, even if that's 5 or 10 minutes, just to allow yourself to just journal. And when I say journal, just get your pen and paper and get your pen and to just literally just automatically write, what are the things that are coming up for you? Because the full moon right now, it amplifies this energy to really identify the things that we need to release and what we need to let go of. So if you can, pause this right now and spend that time to do it right now. So hopefully you would have done that. So what I want to do now is I want to take it a stage further, and I want us to focus now on our money mindset, because the full moon right now is really amplifying this energy. So tapping into our money consciousness will really help us to move forward, to actually manifest the money and the abundance that you desire, that you really want. So I want you to start thinking about, what are some of the money blocks that you have? Now, I'm just going to give you some of the common limiting beliefs about money. So the first one that tends to be the common money block is, money doesn't grow on trees. Now, how often maybe have you heard that when you were a child? I know for myself, I probably heard that quite a number of times from various people around me in my extended family. Another one, I'll never be rich. I don't deserve wealth. I have to work hard for my money. Now, that's a very common one. Have you ever felt like that before? I have to work hard for my money. Rich people are greedy. Money never stays. I don't have enough money. And here's one that's always open to a debate. Money can't make me happy. Now, that's a huge debate here, okay? Because I suppose the initial thing of money isn't what makes you actually happy, but money does give you the choices to then gain the things. Maybe it's the lifestyle, maybe it's the different decisions that you can make, and you can acquire the different things that then can add towards your degree of happiness. So for this, what I want you to do is get your pen and paper again, and I want you to really reflect on your beliefs and your thoughts about money. So just in this moment, just maybe write down 3 things that you really strongly believe or you think about money. So when you think about money, what comes up? Does it feel quite constrained, restricted, or does it feel abundant? And I want you to be open and honest with yourself, because this full moon is really amplifying those feelings, amplifying those emotions. So when you've wrote those 3 things down, I want you to then take it a step further. Dig into the fears, okay? What fears or limitations do you have about money? Now, if you're in business, are you wondering where your next client's going to come from? When you're going to get that next high ticket? Or if you're working, you're wondering, when are you going to get the next pay rise? When are you going to get like a promotion? So what fears or limitations do you have about money? And if you want, you can pause this and just spend 5 or 10 minutes just writing down, what are the fears and what are the limitations? Because it's going to help you in the next releasing exercise that I do shortly. Okay, so just spend some time. And if you need to pause this, pause this. And then the next question is, what is stopping you from, so having those money blocks, what is it stopping you doing? What is it stopping you from achieving? And I want you to really dig deep, go deeper than the surface. What is it stopping you from doing? If you don't have this money and you've got these limitations and these blocks, what is it stopping you from achieving in life? And I want you to write this down. And again, if you need to pause this, please do pause this and come back. So hopefully you would have identified all of those limitations and everything that was coming up for you. And this is the thing, there's no feelings of judgment here. Okay, so we're not feeling guilty and we're not judging ourselves for having identified these limiting beliefs and these blocks. This is just bringing it to the surface with this full moon amplified energy, having that degree of awareness. Because here's the thing, our next step is to release these blocks. So I want you now to just spend some time right now and just focusing on getting yourself comfortable. And I'm going to invite you now to release your blocks. And in particular, your money blocks that you've identified just now, going through those journaling exercises. And we're going to now release through this releasing technique. So I want you now to just find yourself, like I mentioned, a comfortable position and just get relaxed. And as you do, just gently now, slowly beginning to close your eyes. And focusing now on your inner and outer breath. And as you do, just allowing any tense feelings to just melt away with each exhale. And breathing in through your nose for the count of 3. And slowly releasing and exhaling out through your mouth. And as you take another deep breath, I want you to bring to your mind the beliefs and thoughts you have about money, the ones that you wrote down, and also any thoughts and beliefs that aren't serving you in any areas of your life. And in this moment, just bringing them to the surface and really acknowledging each of those beliefs and each of those thoughts without any feelings of guilt, without any judgment, and just noticing what comes up for you. What are the beliefs that you have about money and about life that just aren't serving you right now? And all of those thoughts, those limiting beliefs that you have, I want you to bring them to the forefront of your mind. And as you do, I want you to notice how you feel in your body. Can you feel any tension, any anxiety, any sensations in your body? And just allowing yourself in the moment to just notice where those sensations and those feelings are in your body. And in your mind, just allowing those beliefs and thoughts to come through and just sitting with those feelings just for a moment or two. And now I'd like you to imagine these thoughts and beliefs as a balloon and just picture vividly in your mind, each balloon in front of you is filled with air. And the air inside each of these balloons represents the weight of these limiting beliefs, these thoughts that you have. And you can have as many balloons in front of you as you need to. And just imagining each balloon is then filled with your limiting belief or your negative thoughts around money and any other area that might be blocking you right now. And just noticing the air that fills the balloons represents the weight that you've been holding on for so long. And just continuing to fill each of the balloons in front of you with these negative thoughts and these beliefs. And then taking a deep breath, I want you to now imagine exhaling slowly And then when you do, just slowly letting go of the balloons, just visualizing, releasing and letting go of the balloons in the sky and sending those balloons up above in the sky. Oops. Taking a deep breath in, and with each breath out, just imagining these balloons floating away, rising higher and higher and higher, drifting off into the sky up above. And as you notice these balloons flying higher into the sky, and just noticing yourself just watching as they become smaller and smaller and smaller, until they are tiny dots in the beautiful sky. And then taking a deep breath and just feeling that release, and exhaling and just letting go. And taking another deep breath. And as you exhale, knowing that you're letting go, and you feel even lighter and even lighter. And allowing yourself to inhale the new possibilities. And then exhaling, releasing even more balloons that may be in front of you. And just noticing again any further balloons floating away in the distance. And this now creates the space in your heart and your mind. And then noticing new empowering beliefs to take the place, to fill up your mind. And just knowing that you're open to all new possibilities. As you continue to notice the balloons have drifted away in the sky. Just noticing all the tension, all the resistance around money, all of those blocks that you no longer need, and you've allowed them to be released. And just taking a deep breath and just feeling free and lighter. And if any residual thoughts arise in your mind, just notice them. And just gently bring your attention back to the balloons in the sky, watching them disappear into the distance. And then focusing on your inner breath, just imagining bright light filling your whole entire essence, your atoms, your molecules, your cells, your organs, your blood, with this new revitalized energy. And just continuing to just taking deep breaths in. And as you do, you're just breathing in this beautiful moonlight energy that fills your whole entire essence, your whole entire soul, knowing that you've released the blocks and you've opened yourself up to the infinite possibilities in the universe. And then taking another deep breath, I'd like you now to bring your awareness back into the present moment, back into the here and now, back into your physical body, and just wriggling your toes and moving your fingertips, maybe even moving your head side to side and your shoulders up and down, just having that awareness of coming back into the room, and then slowly beginning to open your eyes, knowing that you've let go of the limiting beliefs and affirming out loud or in your mind, I am open and I am ready for the amazing infinite possibilities to come through to me in my life right now and going forward. Thank you. And so it is. So how did you get on with that release technique? Please feel free to comment below and let me know how you get on, because I'd love to hear from you. And next, going forward with this full moon amplified energy, it's also a time to really tap into our manifestation powers. Because right now, with this heightened energy, it's really filling us up with those possibilities to come through. So I'd like you now to get your pen and paper, and in this relaxed state that you're in, I want you to now just write down just 3 things that you now want to manifest. Just 3 goals, aspirations, desires, dreams, call it what you want. Okay. I always say it's the same. Okay. But I want you to just write down, just have that clarity of writing down what are the top 3 things that you desire, what you'd like to manifest. And it could be in any area of your life, from your business to your wealth, your finances, your relationship, your health, your wellness, whatever that looks like for you. Because using this full moon power and energy, it will amplify your desires. Now that you've let go and you've released the things that are stopping you, we can tap into the things that we actually desire and we actually want. So I want you to take this opportunity now to just write down some of those things. Okay, really spend the time. And if you need to pause this, please pause this, write down 3 things and then come back. So hopefully you have wrote down the things that you really want to manifest. Now, here's the thing, to manifest the things that you desire, okay, it's having that knowledge, first of all, the clarity, which is what I got you to write down. And now it's really believing in yourself, knowing that you can achieve the things that you desire. And then it's all about taking the inspired action, because here's the thing, it's not just going to land on your lap, okay? As much as we like to believe that, we have to take the inspired actions. So I want you now in this moment to just write down 2 of the action steps that you can take today or within the next 7 days to actually move you closer, your baby steps, move you closer towards your end desire, towards the things that you want to manifest. So I want you in this moment just to write down 2 things. And it could be you need to send an email. You need to make that phone call. You need to talk to that particular person. You need to write the social media post. You need to follow up with people. And I want you to just write those things down. And then once you've done that, okay, I want you to really feel gratitude. Really feel that excitement, the gratitude for actually being here right now, listening to this, doing the mindset work with the full moon amplified energy, okay, which is really going to skyrocket your manifestations, by the way. But really feel that deep gratitude in your heart center. So you can put your hand on your left hand on your heart center and just take a deep breath in this moment. And I want you to give yourself thanks and appreciation. So just literally say, I thank myself for showing up each and every day, for being the best version that I can be of myself, for reaching my true greatness where anything is possible. And just feel into that vibrant energy. And I always say anything is possible. It's also the name of my Facebook group, but I always say it because here's the thing, I strongly, strongly believe it. And the last point out I want to mention is really tapping into having that clarity. Because like I mentioned before, having the clarity is really going to help you to move forward, but it's also having the clarity on your steps. So the inspired action steps, knowing exactly which direction you're going into, but also then celebrating along the way. So the milestones along the way. And it doesn't have to be big successes. It can even be the small baby steps, but celebrating along the way, because that again is going to amplify your energy. So I'd like to thank you so much for being in this session, for listening to this session today. So thank you all so much. And we have now come to the end of the session. So, just for a moment, I want you to reflect on the journey that we've shared together on this powerful full moon. And just to give you a reminder, you can watch this session at any time, okay? It doesn't just have to be right now where the full moon is with this lunar eclipse. You can come back to this recording and watch this over and over again at the new moon times, but also at any time as well, because all of the different areas that I've gone through and I've covered, you can do that throughout the coming weeks, the months, even the rest of the year, to really help you to uplift your energy. So today we have gone through the importance of this time right now, letting go and releasing. And we also use that meditation technique as well. And then we used and tapped into the vibrant energy of the full moon to help you to really acknowledge and to write down and have the awareness of the things that you want to manifest, your dreams and desires. We also went through the astrological insights into what it means if the moon is in a particular zodiac sign according to your personalized date of birth chart. But remember, the full moon is not just a point in time. Okay, it's a powerful opportunity for transformational change. So like I mentioned, please do come back to this session on a regular basis, just so that you can release the things that you need to release that may be stopping you from moving forward. And also the journaling techniques that I gave you as well, you can do them periodically, repeatedly over time, which will help you to release and also to connect even further to the universal energy. So I also encourage you, each and every one of you, to access my free Manifesting Money and Abundance Activation Meditation, which will help you to unlock the door to wealth and prosperity, transforming your financial reality and attracting even more money and even more abundance that you truly deserve. So all you need to do to access that is to click the link below in the notes, and you can have access to that and download it and start using the meditation. I would also welcome any comments, and if you do have any questions about today's session, please do write them below, and I will be looking through all of the comments and I will respond back to each and every one of you. So thank you for being present today and sharing this lovely, beautiful full moon space with me. And also may this full moon bless you with the clarity, the courage, and the wisdom to move forward. And like I said, any questions or reflections, please do write them below in the comments, because I would love to hear from you. Download the meditation as well, and wishing you all a fantastic full moon experience, transformative and enlightening experience, and a beautiful rest of the week and month ahead. All the best. Take care. I'm Sharan Sammi, your Manifesting Abundance mentor, and I'd love to connect again with you very soon. All the best. Bye.